Hi. I don't know whether you can hear the rainfall there outside. Very welcome after a very warm and humid morning here down in South Africa. Welcome. I've got actually no idea what I'm doing, but hey, this looks like fun and I always wanted to do this. So I always thought that you've got nothing new to say, so why would you do this? Or there's a million other vloggers and YouTubers who have already said what you thought you'd want to say. But after some inspiration from a fellow Pipe Smokers Forum member, I decided to do this, even if it's the first and last one. So comment, subscribe if you would like. That might play a role whether I will continue or not. So that's for the intros. My screen name is usually Umfundisi, a Zulu word for teacher or minister of the word. My real name is Thabo. Yes, that's correct, an indigenous name. It was given to me when I was 3 months old by my nanny, and I happened to keep it for the rest of my life. This is the only name I knew and is known by all my friends and family. So now that you know who I am and a bit about myself, just a quick word on pipe smoking today as being the first video or vlog that I'm doing. It's sad to me that pipe smoking, the tradition of pipe smoking, is actually disappearing, because it's got such a long history. Historians say that it came from the mummies even. So and specifically in South Africa. There was a long pipe smoking tradition. The Xhosas smoked pipe and made pipe from material that they gathered in the field. Even the Khoi San. And I remember the South African farmers are known for sitting on their stoep, watching over their field and their activities on the farm, and lighting a pipe with a cup of coffee. Actually, I heard that the Kaiser pipes, it's not this one, I haven't got one here with me now. This is a Peterson made in Ireland pipe, very known also in South Africa, known brand. But what I read and heard was that the Kaiser brand of pipes made in London was specifically made for a very harsh environment in South Africa, to be distributed, especially amongst the farmers and the South African population. I heard, it might be urban legend, but I heard that they so hardy that one farmer actually drove over it with his tractor and just picked it up and lighted, and off he went again. So they are very hardy pipes, and I've got two of them. I'll show you in the next video when I do the video on my pipes. I will show you some of the Kaisers that I do have. But back to the tradition and the fact that it's disappearing. Probably because of the anti-smoking campaign and the huge drive by governments and laws and doctors and research that smoking is not good for your health. And I don't want to dispute that. I don't want to get into that debate on whether it's good or not good. But the one thing I can say is that I've been smoking pipe on and off for the last 20-30 years. And I had to do a nicotine test for a insurance company, which showed that I was actually clean. And they confirmed the fact that I, at that stage, did not smoke. So I filled in the form non-smoker, because I smoked off, on and off. But the fact that the tests, blood tests and lung tests, showed that I was clean, proved to me that pipe smoking is definitely less a hazard than cigarette smoking. And it makes actually sense to me, because apart from the fact that cigarette smoking you know, the paper and the chemicals and the tar and the additives that they put in cigarette smoking, and the fact that you buy a packet of 10 or 20 cigarettes and you light them up, and you know you might smoke 5 or 10 a day, is much more of a habit activity than smoking a pipe. Because smoking a pipe, you know, me and my Pope story, because I also wrote something about smoking a Pope, that's another story. Smoking pipe is a relationship with a pipe. I've got a relationship with all my pipes, meaning there's a story behind all of them. And the whole packing and lighting and keeping it alight and puffing to keep it going is part of the pipe smoking exercise. And for in the time that a cigarette smoker might smoke 1 or 2 cigarettes, I will still being busy with my one bowl, keeping it alight, relighting it, etc. And also in the puffing process, you puff and you keep it alight, which means that actually very little smoke does come into your lungs. With that said, and again, I don't want to start a political debate or a whole debate on whether it's good or not good, and whether the advocate to bring down smoking in all the rest of the world is good or not good. That's another. I'll make a vlog about that. Just on this issue, it's sad to me that the tradition is actually disappearing, because it's a relaxing exercise. Maybe I'm getting old, and that's why I chose this filter also for today. You know, maybe I'm just getting old and long to things that's gone, that's past. You know, but it's sad that it goes away. Because, as I said, the relaxation of some, you know, coming home after work and just sitting back, thinking about the day, thinking about things that happened, and relaxing. And as it rained now outside, I don't know whether you smell the tobacco. Fresh tobacco and fresh rain is really a nice combination. But yeah, I don't want my videos to be too long, because myself, I don't like to watch videos, you know, 20 or 30 minutes long. I just haven't got that time, because there's a lot of things I would like to do. So I assume there's also others out there that also, you know, we just want a quick look at videos. So I'm going to log off now with this thought of, if you are a smoker, consider migrating to pipe smoking. It's really a more healthier choice. It's a more relaxing choice. It's less than a burden and less than something that you are enslaved to. If you are a non-smoker, I don't want to convince you to start smoking. That would be not very good of me. But if you do consider a pipe, and let's keep the tradition going, because we don't want people in 100 years digging up artifacts of this world and realize that there was no such thing as smoking anymore. Enjoy your day. I'm going to enjoy the rain outside with my pipe. See you later.